You know, you just because. Okay, I'm thinking right now. I've purchased, put it this way, IREN, which is a Bitcoin miner, and the Bitcoin mining scene has been up and down. You know, a lot of miners, to make a profit, you know, they have to mine it for $50,000. You know, American we're talking about. Depending on what type of energy you have to consume to actually mine the actual Bitcoin. But this guy, IREN, IREN, you can go ahead on that chart.
Isn't Bitcoin just digital?
Yes, but
IREN?
Yeah, you got it.
First one, IREN Limited?
Yes. Boom. All right.
This is a miner on the NASDAQ.
This is a miner who is on the NASDAQ, yes, and
people pay them to have...
What's their business? One is to mine Bitcoin. Two is for, they also have AI storage. So they're also expanded their business in 2024 to do storage for AI. So I guess the data centers pretty much.
Yeah.
Which is going to be an important business. Yeah. And it's already more and more getting important as a revenue for them.
Yeah.
So at the moment...
Do they do the thing like some companies do? You can like rent a machine. Whatever that machine mines, you get that. Do they do that too? Or just them themselves, they mine it themselves?
Oh, they mine it themselves and they just sell. So at the moment, their mining rate to make a coin is at $25,000 to $29,000 instead of the average is about 40 to 50, even 60. Okay, they're doing renewable resource energy to mine their Bitcoin. So they have a whole game plan that's much stronger than others. And you know, if you look at some of the miners that you can choose from, Marathon, there's Hive, there's a lot of them, and they haven't been performing as good as these guys, for fundamentally and statistically on their chart as we speak.
Well, look at that.
Hey everybody, thanks for sticking around. If you're loving this content, hit the like button and subscribe and join to our awesome community. Ring that notification bell so you'll never miss a beat. Together, we're building something so special. Let's grow this channel and let's have some fun along the way. For some more content, check out these other fantastic channels. You got Checkin Habs, one-stop shop for all those things. Habs, sports, we got so much information on sports, guys. Come on. Hello. And Checkin Reports, stay informed of the latest political news and current events. Hello. So that's it, fam. Come and check us out.
Yeah. It's that third picture there.
That's a very clean setup.
The outside complex.
Probably.
Clean setup, eh?
With all the air conditioning.
Jeez. Yeah, but it looks like they're in a hot place, man. That looks like it's a hot place.
But maybe electricity is cheap there. I don't know where they are.
Yeah, it could be nuclear energy or something like that. It's really cheap.
Hydro-Quebec is probably a good place.
Yeah, well, they recently...
cheap electricity.
Yeah. Is it cheap? Is it cheaper than nuclear?
Yeah.
No. Oh, no, not compared to nuclear, but I'm talking about other places' electricity.
Apparently nuclear is cheaper. Apparently, I think so. That's what the big sell. That was the big sell when they came out.
Wow.
It's the strongest. First,
you have to set up a nuclear plant.
Yeah, that's expensive.
That's very expensive. And you also have to have nuclear waste set up afterwards. You know what I mean? But I've always heard, nuclear was maybe depending where you are.
Doesn't feel like it's a very safe way to go, though.
No.
It's actually very safe.
It's clean. It's the cleanest way, except for the waste.
These guys are working with a lot of renewable energy. Yeah. That's their game plan. Wind, solar.
Yep.
And so
to power the mining?
They're mining,
That's smart.
And so...
But why would they invest so much money into... Well, these guys been around because Bitcoin is kind of at the end. Are they mining other stuff?
It's still profitable for them.
On its last hurrah, huh?
They made $140 million last year in revenue from their mining. Okay, that's IREN. They made just shy of $4 million from their AI revenues, data centers. It's still, and it's just they're just launching that, by the way.
Yeah, look over here. That's solar panels. That's how they power it.
Yep.
Check it out. Show Manny what they're using.
That's the revenue or the profitability. Sorry,
that's their revenue.
That's the revenue.
Yeah, that's the revenue.
Oh, so that one in BC.
Yeah, they have some in BC. They have in Texas.
A lot in
George.
Where's that? I've never even heard of that place. Childress?
Childress.
I'm telling you, man, you got to go to Texas. That's where to go. You got to get to Texas.
Their average cost per Bitcoin.
Cheap properties and beautiful.
Let's watch their hype video.
Sure, let's do it.
The humble bee. A keystone species crucial to the survival of Earth's inhabitants. Here's how things would look.
Have little bees working in the mine.
Yeah.
And here's how they'd look if humans vanished. It's a tough pill, knowing the Earth is better without us. But imagine if instead, we became a keystone species. By doing things the right way, by taking responsibility for our actions, and becoming the solution. IREN powers next-generation data centers the right way. Because the future depends on it.
So
It's huge.
Interesting, yeah.
this is gonna be a big one.
You're asking before what cards they use. Look right here, NVIDIA.
There you go. Clusters, eh? Sounds
So
expensive.
this is gonna be a hot one, guys. I'd say when the next leg of Bitcoin really takes off, which it's been like just trying to break out of its ceiling right now. That's Bitcoin. Once this jumps out of this, I think this stock, especially because other miners have been lagging, this stock has been doing much better. If you looked at it on the chart, like it's been breaking out almost. It's that $14 that it's just, you know, if you saw the last high right there.
$14 USD to invest. That's it.
What's
Did you invest?
Quadriga
Yeah, if you-
on, stock?
Did you invest?
14, yeah. I have a lot of this stuff right now.
Okay.
I have a
Why'd you
lot.
tell me?
Hey man, I have to give you all the tips, absolutely, man.
Yeah,
But
you guys. Hey, Manny, pretend you're like my guy. He calls
Yeah,
me
oh
and
my
says,
gosh.
"Go invest in this."
there's a lot of responsibility in that case.
Don't forget the bill at the end of the month.
Yeah, that's it.
Tony, talk farther away from the microphone.
If you guys can purchase the stuff between $12 and $13, lucky you. But if you want to buy a little small position, you buy. As you can see on the RSI, it's pretty oversold.
It's out of bounds. It's out of bounds over here.
It's a bit out of bounds.
Don't
I'm
put
still
money in it.
holding. You know, I'm still holding at the point.
When did you buy?
I purchased it at the average $11.50. You know,
Recently?
yeah.
Or
Where is it? Right when it broke out of that.
here?
Yeah, no. This was in what was that? June. Yeah, I guess around there. I'm not exactly sure, but it was
June 5th.
11. And anyways, the long story short is that it's, if you look back on the left hand side now.
Oh man, it dropped over here, huh?
Yeah, but that was a stock market April, May. Remember March? This whole shit storm pretty much happened. But can you back up on the charts?
What does that mean, back up?
Go back before, like the other way. Exactly.
Okay.
See that's high, that right there. That's what we need to break. If it breaks out of that,
Well, it looks like it's going to break.
exactly. It's pushing.
Where is it at right now? Right away, right all the way to the end there?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
So
where
it's
it's at right now.
$14 at the moment, and there's that resistance on top that's about $15, 15 to $16. But once again, it's that Bitcoin, you know, variable. Once Bitcoin actually hits over 110, let's say, I think.
What's a good like $1,000? How much? 5,000? How much?
He's such a killer. You know, you always have to look at it. I look at my portfolio and I say to myself, okay, how much can I afford to lose, right? How much am I willing to bet? And when am I going to stop myself out and say, this is enough for me? And I also play options, which, you know, are even more dangerous than you know, the average just buy a share, okay? But I say to myself, okay, a $2,000-$3,000 position in options can give me returns of $10,000 to $20,000 if this thing shoots in a drastic way. If this thing goes to, let's say, $30 a share, I can potentially make $10,000 to $20,000 on my $2,000 investment.
Well,
But if it goes down tomorrow and it goes down to back to the lows of $7, my investment is going to be $500, back to $500. I lose $2,000 to $500.
1,500.
Yeah, I lose $1,500. That's, you know,
Easy
some.
math, Steve.
Eh?
Easy math, Steve.
Yeah. Well, me and you understand. Maybe some people don't.
you go
Trade
down
to
with the
say.
ship though. If would you go down with the ship or would you sell at any
No,
point?
there's a certain point where I say to myself,
say,
probably
okay.
under 10. I say, no, I'm out. Okay, and I'll probably lose $1,000.
Yes,
Steve,
exactly.